Hello everyone and welcome to the newsletter in week 4 of term 3. In recent weeks our NAPLAN results were published and you might recall Deputy Principal of Learning Lisa Pope provided some detail in the newsletter last week. Our goal as a community of learners is to ensure that students are showing growth in their academic capacity each year. This is one of the strategic priorities as set out in our current strategic plan, and it's articulated there as a culture of excellence and continuous improvement. When we look at academic growth between years 7 and 9, it was really pleasing to see outstanding growth in numeracy, which here at St Joseph's was higher than both national and state growth. Writing, spelling and grammar and punctuation showed similar levels of growth to state and national levels, but reading growth remains a challenge for us. The growth levels shown there were slightly lower than state and national average. I think the challenge of improving students' reading, literacy and understanding is a shared capacity between school and home. We're consistently reviewing our approach to try and inspire students to read more and read better. And I hope that you're doing the same at home, and if you're not, I encourage you to consider how this might also be done at home. St Joseph's is blessed to have many individuals and many groups who support the college financially. Last week I had the privilege of attending a gathering of a group called Club 32. This is a group primarily of men who are connected through the Old Collegians Football and Netball Club, who support the Michael Carmody Foundation, which in turn supports the provision of bursaries to the college. Michael was a student at St Joseph's who became a teacher and was early in his teaching career when he was killed in an accident. His friends from the same year level, including Nick Maxwell, who will be known to many of you, created this foundation in Michael's memory. I was humbled to accept a donation of $10,800 from the Michael Carmody Foundation to support bursaries for students who would not otherwise be able to attend St Joseph's. And if you're reading a hard copy of this newsletter, you'll see a photo of me accepting that cheque. St Joseph's has a really strong reputation both in the Geelong community and more widely as a sporting powerhouse. Our main student sporting participation occurs through our involvement in the Associated Catholic Colleges, known to many of you as the ACC, which is arguably the strongest schoolboys sporting competition in the state, particularly in soccer and football. Our involvement in the ACC commences at Year 9, and this has meant that our Year 7 and 8 students have had limited opportunities to represent the college in sport, other than in the carnival events, that is athletics, cross-country and swimming, along with a handful of friendlies in other sports. I'm really pleased to let people know that from the start of 2026, St Joseph's has been accepted to be a member of the Geelong Independent Schools Sporting Association in addition to the ACC. We'll be members and competing only at Year 7 and 8 level, which will provide our younger students with increased opportunity to represent the college. Also on the topic of sport, I'd like to congratulate Jack Benyon of Year 8, who just finished third in the World Sailing Championships in the International Cadet class. This event was held in the Czech Republic and Jack was awarded Best Helm in both the under 15 and under 16 age groups. Congratulations, Jack. Over the years, I've had the opportunity to become familiar with school uniforms of many schools across the state, and I'm firmly of the opinion that none of them look better than the St Joseph's College uniform when it's worn well. It's a really clear expectation that all students wear full school uniform to and from school each day. That is, from the front door at home to the school gate in the morning, and from the school gate in the afternoon to the front door at home. The same applies to our other expectations around uniform, including jewellery. We also have a clear expectation that students be clean shaven each day. We appreciate the cooperation of all families in helping ensure that each student is a positive ambassador for the college in terms of the way they conduct themselves as they travel to and from school. We'd also ask for and greatly appreciate your support in ensuring that our uniform and grooming standards, as well as student behaviour, are maintained by all students at all times. It's a dreadful thought, but VCE exams are about 10 weeks away. Feedback from our VCE Unit 3 and 4 teachers on how their classes are performing has been extremely positive all year and remains so at this stage. Could I take this opportunity to remind students and families that a huge amount of improvement is possible over this 10-week period if students approach their learning the right way, if they seek support from their teachers, and they fully commit to a robust and thorough study regime. Part of this regime should be a commitment to accessing VCE lectures during the holidays. And when I say holidays, of course, for VCE students, it's not a holiday, but rather should be thought of as a non-instructional period. Best wishes and God bless.